Society for...
Thank you. I call on the Society for Threatened Peoples.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam Vice President. We thank the Special Rapporteur for the report and bring to her attention the situation of Tibetan nomads who are forcibly relocated from the...
We have a point of order from the Chinese delegation. You have the floor.
Vice President, China has the reasons to question the identity of this representative. She's not a member from this NGO. Rather, she is a separatist, anti-China separatist. Allowing her to conduct separatist activity severely violates the purposes and principles of the UN Charter and violates the rules of procedure of the Council. We request the Vice President to stop the statement of this representative and urge the Secretariat to verify her true identification. Thank you.
Thank you. I have been informed that the speaker has been accredited in conformity with the established procedure and duly authorized to take the floor in the name of the NGO. So I'm going to give the floor back to her.
Thank you. Tibetan nomads who are forcibly relocated from their pastoral lands and are denied of their cultural rights.
I'm sorry, we have another point of order from the USA. You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. We highlight that the United States firmly believes that representatives of accredited NGOs must be permitted to speak in the Council. Though member states, including the U.S., may occasionally disagree with the content of NGO statements, it is essential that civil society voices be heard here in an atmosphere of open expression. Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you.
La palabra a la Society for...
I give the floor to the Society for Threatened Peoples once again.
And are denied of their cultural rights. Several Tibetan schools catering to the children of the Tibetan nomads have been closed and are being forced to attend colonial-style residential schools. In this regard, UN experts have raised alarms on nearly 1 million Tibetan children being forced...
I do apologize. We have another point of order from the Chinese delegation. You have the floor.
Vice President, this representative severely undermines China's sovereignty and territorial integrity and severely violates the purposes and the principles of the UN Charter. China requests the Vice President to immediately stop the statement of this representative. Thank you.
Estados Unidos.
The USA, point of order.
Without addressing the substance of the speaker's statement, we are of the opinion that what we have heard of the intervention so far is indeed addressed to the subject matter at hand before this council and is within the UN rules and terms of the IB package. We respectfully allow that the speaker be allowed to finish the presentation.
Estamos manteniendo un diálogo interactivo.
This is an interactive dialogue with the Special Rapporteur on cultural rights. So it's believed that people participating in the dialogue will ask questions and make comments regarding the report or comments. Thus, they have to be in line with the report and they must be on the topic of the report. We give the floor once more to the representative of the Society for Threatened Peoples.
Thank you. Similarly, the UN Committee on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights, in its concluding observations last month, have raised concerns about the widespread cultural rights violations of Tibetans and also have called on the Chinese government to abolish the coerced residential school system. The committee has also raised concerns about the increasingly tighter regulation of religious practices and systemic and massive destruction of Tibetan religious sites. Furthermore, the committee has recommended China to immediately halt all forms forced relocation of Tibetan nomads. In this regard, we would like to request the Special Rapporteur to issue clear guidelines and recommendations to the Chinese government to protect the cultural rights of Tibetans, and in particular, the rights of the Tibetan nomads who are forcibly relocated from their traditional lands with cultural heritage. Additionally, following the 2022 Beijing Olympics, we ask Special Rapporteur how the cultural rights of those affected by such large sporting events, including migrants and athletes, can be guaranteed in accordance with the international human rights standards. Thank you, Madam Vice President, for your concern and for the support. Thank you.
Gracias. Tiene la palabra.
Thank you. I call on the Cultural Association of Tamils in France.